Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing an unboxing for the German Panzer Kampfgruppe. This is the new army box set that's being released for late war. It's one of a very highly anticipated periods for Flames of War and for Battlefront to finally do, so I'm pretty excited about it. Every box set comes in at about 100 USD. And it comes with so much value that I think that price is actually quite discounted. The army box set that we're going to go through today has got about 10 armored vehicles if you don't include half-tracks, and it also includes the mounted infantry or mechanized infantry, which the Germans really pioneered in. You also have some artillery, and you have some 88 AA guns. Well, they're AA guns, but they were used as anti-tank assets as well. So, I know you guys want to hear me talk all the time, so let's get into the unboxing and let's really see what there is in here. Okay guys, so this is the Army Kampfgruppe box. Oh wow, look at that, it's practically packed with stuff. So one of the things I liked about what they're doing, this is quite nice. They've actually put them now into a plastic sheet case, one of those small with a nice ziplock on top. That's very nice. It protects the book. I don't know how many of you have done this before, but some people or some producers just put the book inside the box with all the plastic sprues, and then it gets torn up on the sides. So this is quite nice. You got your whole rule book in here, so if you don't have a rule book and you're buying an army box for the first time, you already have a mini rule book here, which is pretty good. And the binding looks like it improved considerably, so it doesn't look like it's going to fall apart all the time. You've also got your decal sheets here with a nice sheet on top to make sure that they are maintained, which is quite nice. 2 sheets, which is probably more than what you need for this army box in itself, but none of the fancy unit cards or unit decals that you like or want to get in the future. So I'll just zoom in on those. Yeah. And then back over here, you have your unit cards for everything that you might want or that you might want to use the stuff in the box for. You don't get all the other cards, but you do get the Stuks, the Tigers, the Panzer IVs, and the 88s, and all the other cards. Now do remember that in V4, all these cards are new. They have been redone. Pointages and special rules are at the back, so if you're a new player, that's pretty handy. You've also got all your skills and everything that you're going to need to use over here. So it's fairly good stuff. You also have a quick start of the core rules for Flames of War. So if you don't want to go through reading the whole thing, you can just force it down with all this. You've got most parts of the rules on the quick start. But of course, for the intricacies, if you're playing with, as you get more and more into the game and more clarity and rules checks, you're going to need to get this book or have it on hand to check things out. And let's get to the most interesting bits, the plastics. Okay, so these are the plastic sprues we've got. This is a Tiger. It's on a single sprue. You've got 88 guns, you've got your tracks, you've got your side guards. This is the late war version. Some of the things I'm realizing just here on first inspection is that you don't have the air filters, which you would have if you had the mid-war set. So that is something that was unique to the mid-war ones, not so much for the late war ones. You also have the Zimmerit. They're all Zimmerated up, so all the flat spaces have Zimmerit. For those of you who are new to Flames of War, Zimmerit was actually an anti-magnetic coating that they were put on the tanks because the very first Panzerknackers were magnetic, so they had to get rid of those. Of course, this late in the war, some of the Tiger tanks were actually hit in battle quite a lot already, and they didn't have time for a full refit or repair. So you see the side skirts over here, there is actually 2 pairs. One of them is damaged, which is actually quite nicely done, I say. I mean, you could do it on your own, but it's nice to have that as part of the set. So you do get 2 Tigers inside this set. You also get your Stuks, which are used to be a very core component for the Germans, especially when you bought the last Hit the Beach, or what used to be called was Open Fire. You would get quite a few of these. They have taken them out. What people don't really know is that the Panzer IV and the Tiger are the most popular tanks in the German army, but the Stuks were actually the most made, and they were crewed by artillerymen, not tankmen, at least not at the start. The Stuks also had a disproportionate amount of tank or Panzer aces, unlike the Panzers and the Tigers. They very, very vastly came from Stuks. So that's interesting. The sprue itself comes with both the armored MG as well as the unarmored MG. It also comes with your different barrels for artilleries, Stuks or Stu-H's. So it's a very, very interesting, intricate kit, all on one single sprue. Over here you have a Nebelwerfer sprue, which in the box you get 3 of. So it gives you some artillery options, very, very versatile. You can make the 3.7 pack gun, and you can also make a few of the other kinds of guns. You can also make your Neb. So if you are a model kit fanatic, you could actually try and magnetize it on or make them removable so you can swap it out as and when you like. They also come with different wheel sizes for the different guns. You have your 88s over here. Very, very nice set. You can see it's still in the same plastic as the mid-war ones, and that's because the gun didn't change. So this is effectively it used the area denial for AA tactics, where it would fire flak into designated areas, and then with enough of these, it would deny the entire area for aircraft. But in Africa, when they were being attacked by Matildas, I believe, I think Rommel was the one who just said, you know, everybody fire at it, and the 88s fired, and he realized, wow, these are really good AT guns. So then for the rest of the war, they actually became AT guns, and they started firing on enemy tanks, and they were really, really deadly. You also have here 2 sprues of infantry, very, very nicely done infantry. I have always maintained that the set from the open fire was always nicer than that of the Panzerkampf group, but I think these are the old sets. Yeah, these are the old sets. I think they might have been redone slightly, but these are 2 sprues. It will give you enough for roughly 1 platoon of 7 stands with a HQ. You also have the choice of Panzer Knackers over here, which are used in mid-war and late war by different units depending. You have your Faust options. You also have, let me see if I can get this into focus for you guys. Yeah, that looks really good. So you also have all the normal rifles, the MG teams, you have your NCOs. You don't have your command team here, but I believe you should have it. Yeah, you do. Okay. So now in the Panzer Grenadier Force, if you get the Fortress Europe book, you will be able to bring Panzer Schrecks, which is very, very important. Let me see if I can focus that in for you. Yeah, you get 2 of these sprues, so you can bring you can make a HQ, and B, you can make your Schrecks, Panzer Schrecks, which were they copied them from the bazookas, so that was pretty nice. You've also got all this crew here. You've got tank commander crews over here, and you've also got the crew for the half tracks. I'll focus that in again for you guys. Yeah. So that's what you get. These are the crews for the tank commanders. You get 5 of them, and you get quite a few sprues of them. You have 2 sprues, so it's more than enough for your 10 tanks if you want everyone to have a commander sticking out of a cupola. You also get a German MG gunner. Let me focus that. There we are. Yeah. You also get an MG gunner and a commander peeking out, and all the seated crew for a half track, which is nice. You get 1 for every half track you get, so that's pretty good. You've also got new plastic crew. These are guys not in shorts. This is for your 88s and the rangefinder and all the 88 crew. A little bit flat, you might say, but you know, I think it's soft plastic, so it's quite nice. It's quite nice to work with. I find it's okay. Some people prefer the lead, of course. Then you have your gun crews, which can be used, as you can see, on a single sprue. You actually have enough to make them all Nebelwerfer crew, or you can make them AT gun crew with the different kinds of sized rounds depending on which one you made. And you get 3 of these because they give you 3 sprues. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think they gave you 2. I will be remiss. They did not give you... So well, going back to the Shreks a little bit, they didn't give us 2. They actually gave us 3. So it might be that in the... not in Fortress Europe, but in the upcoming D-Day book, maybe you can bring 3 Panzer Shreks. Or maybe you can bring them in the HQ and then attach them out. So that's fairly nice. And we're still not done with this box, guys. There's still a lot more stuff to go. We've got Panzer IVs. They come in 2 different sprues. Same thing as the Tiger we're looking at. You have the Schutzen, which are brand new, and you have damaged Schutzen. So you can use whichever one you prefer. You also can put on the side skirts, which are the bazooka skirts, which the Germans kind of found out about, and they used them to great effect against heat weapons. You also have got your Zimmerit on some of these flat surfaces for the Panzers. They did stop using them towards the end of the war, but they did have them probably at the very start of Normandy. You get a few sprues. It doesn't look like a single sprue, so it does look like you're going to need 2 sprues for every one of them. This is the other side of the sprue for the Panzer IV. So you got your tracks, your main hull, as well as your cupola and stuff. Yeah, so that goes together. Very, very nice. Very nice set. I'll have to try making these up. And then we've got your half tracks, of course. They were very, very useful and very, very helpful for the infantry to keep up with the armored forces. And the Germans were the first ones to pioneer armored infantry tactics. And they worked pretty well for the early war until, you know, the US production machine just knocked them out. But you also do have multiple options for the MGs. They come with the mid-war MGs as well as the late war MGs. However, they don't come with a hull for the mid-war ones because the mid-war half tracks were slightly different. So yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much all there is in the box. But you can see they really stuffed this box full of stuff. And all the bases, of course, that you're going to need for all that stuff. Okay, guys, so you saw the unboxing. That was pretty interesting stuff that we've got with all this plastic in a single box for just 100 USD. If you look back at what we normally buy for a 5-box set from Battlefront, it would be ranging at about 45 USD for 5 tanks, which is about 9 USD a tank. So with 10 tanks in here, that's already 90 USD. Then you get the infantry, the artillery, and the AT guns practically at, you know, a huge discount. So it's a very, very good value set. You get your core rulebook set, you've got your quick starter force for things. The only thing that you don't have in here is painting, but then again, you know, seriously, a lot of people just buy Vallejo paints for that, and they're going to be partnering with Vallejo to have painted army box set, painted paint sets for the different army forces, so you can get those. The other thing that I'm here to announce right now is that Blitz and Pieces, the site that made this video, if you do like us, please do subscribe down below. If you do like us, we are also going to be carrying this product on our online site. I'll put the link down below. You can buy this individually, but we are going to be doing a special bundle set for these deals. So this by itself is already 100 USD. We're also going to be throwing in the Fortress Europe unit cards, which will include all the unit cards from the box set inside here, as well as all the other units that you might want to buy as you expand your army, which is very, very important. And a true Blitz and Pieces only product is our German Here dice pouch. It is one of the very, very unique things that we made in collaboration with Battlefront. So if you've played the game, or if you're going to get into the game, you're going to need a lot of things with your different token sets. And so we have a token set here. I'll actually give you guys a better look at it. Okay, so this is the German Here set. It's got it all emblazoned on. It's got a nice hanger on for it. It's also got a nice buckle over here in case you want to hook it onto something else. If you open it up, the first thing you get on the left hand side are deployment markers. You get 4 corners. These are very good for when you're going to do missions. You have 1 cross, and you have got 4 straight. So these are really, really good for tournaments or for casual games when you guys are marking out territory, and one set is enough for 2 players. So as long as one of you have our dice pouches, you should be good to go. You also have a carabiner inside if you want to replace the thing on the outside. You have a middle flap, and then over here you have got a whole bunch of tokens. So normally a set of tokens will come with 4 of each, let's say 4 dug in, 4 pinned down, 4 bailed out, you know, at the double, all these things. What we have is we have 5 of each. So it's a very, very nice set. It's more than what you would normally get. And then you have this, which is a laser pointer, which shoots out a line, which is very, very nice actually. And is very, very good for line of sight testing. You know, if you're looking at, can this person see that? You know, you're measuring from the hull. It's always good to just have it handy, especially if you're going tournaments. You can get a lot of conflict there. And then, well, it's tournament, right? Over here you have another 2 objective markers. These are acrylic as well, and they both have the German here sign on it, the Wehrmacht sign. And then last but not least, you have 16 engraved dice. These are not printed on, yeah? These are engraved. So it's very, very nice. 16mm dice. They're slightly bigger than the ones you get with by Battlefront. So very, very nice set, guys. And this is being sold at 52 Singapore dollars, but you can get them now as part of the bundle that we're going to be announcing right now. So the bundle we have actually includes, so this is the here pouch set. So the bundle that we actually have is the here pouch set, which is packed with stuff. You also have a Fortress Europe card set, and then you have, last but not least, your German starter box. And all this is a bundle that's only going to be on until probably the end of July. And it's 200 SGD, which if you work Singapore dollars, if you work that out, it comes out to about 150 USD shipped to you via DHL. I think that's a pretty damn good deal. So do just click on the link down below, make a purchase, and support us if you can. Otherwise, I always support pay where you play. If you have a local game store, by all means buy it from there. But whatever it is, get your stuff, get it on the table, and let's play some Late War. If you do like the video, guys, do subscribe down below, or like the video and make some comments down below. We might have a lucky draw. You never know. Thanks, guys.